Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have 4 of my leaf blowers with me, and I want to do a comparison between them, mostly because I got this new Ryobi backpack blower, and this blower actually impressed me very much with the numbers that it came at. 625 CFM at 145 miles an hour. It kind of seems a little bit underpowered, but I think it's because it seems quieter than all of these, and maybe that's why it feels like it's a little bit less power than normal. So I decided to do a test against all of these 4 blowers that I have here. Now aside from the Ryobi, I had these for a very long time and I know what they do, and I'm very impressed with them for the size. So let's just start off with this one. This is a Maruyama, it's a BL9000, and the specs on this one is 785 CFM at 189 miles an hour. This one, of course, is 625 CFM at 145 miles an hour. The Echo BP 500T is, let's see, it is 517 CFM at 216 miles per hour, which is a little bit interesting because that one has more CFM, but this one has more miles per hour. And of course we have the Milwaukee. This is a first generation Milwaukee handheld blower with a bigger battery. I think this one is 400 CFM at 100 miles an hour. The new generation is 450 CFM, I believe, at 120 miles an hour. It's a lot more better performing, but this one I had for a while and it does very, very good for small amounts of leaf cleanup. Now, we are going to be testing. We have a lot of leaves over here, as you can see, and we are going to be going in a straight line and pushing the leaves as far as we can before each one kind of stops. Now, not every single one is going to kind of stop for the amount of leaves that we have, but at least you're going to have a good reference of how fast this blows the leaves in front of it and how it kind of slows down. So this is not going to be a really exact test, but you can just see a comparison how one blows the leaves in front of it. Now, I blew a really quick line over here as a start line, and this seems to me to be very evenly spread, the leaves, and we're just going to start blowing one by one, and yeah, we'll see how they do. So let's get to it. So as you can see, we're done with the 2 gas blowers, which they did. The big one did very nice. The smaller one, it can do it. It just took a little bit longer, and you can kind of see it. You have to really play with the leaves to keep on pushing them over when the violet gets bigger and bigger. So now we're going to go with the 2 electric blowers. I'm going to start off with the Ryobi, and we'll see how far we get before it becomes really too heavy for it to push, even though you can stay in there long enough and play with the leaves until you actually push them, but we'll see. Well, that one didn't do as bad as I thought. So I guess it did take a little bit longer to get there. I didn't get all the way to the end. I could have, I'm really just playing with the leaves at that point, kind of fluffing them over a little bit at a time. But I guess it's very quiet, and that's probably why it seems like it's underpowered when you're using it by yourself. But when you compare it to the other ones, believe it or not, it looks like it does the job, just a little bit slower. We have 2 battery packs on the half right now, so I'm pretty sure when it levels out right now, it's probably going to go back to around 3 bars. Yeah, now we can just do this little Milwaukee, see how far we can get. Well, that's that. I mean, you can keep playing with it until you keep on pushing it, but you're just fluffing them over, and that's pretty much it. You'd want to either collect them at that point and just continue blowing. So yeah, the Milwaukee is just a little handheld. This is the older version. The new version I'm pretty sure is going to be a lot better. The Ryobi actually does really well for, I really felt like it was underpowered because it was, I think, a lot quieter, because it's supposedly the quietest blower that we have on the market for any kind of blower, I guess, battery or gas. But the problem is it's actually really slow. It's almost compared to this on first mode, and then there's a boost, and it says you can only use the boost for 2 minutes. I had as I was blowing with the Ryobi, 3 times it shut off. It just brought it back to the first level, and then you press the boost again and it continued going. So 3 times it manually, by itself, shut off to regular mode, which is pretty much probably the equivalent to this, or even a little bit less. So yeah, if you have a lot of leaves, you definitely want a gas blower. If you have a lot of time, you can just get one of these electric ones, and it kind of does the same job. It's just going to take you a lot longer. But for business aspect, you definitely want, I would say, a gas blower. But these are still nice to have, just to walk around and blow around little areas for the household. And that's kind of what we use it for. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna have links down below where you can buy these blowers if you are interested, and see you guys next time.